kebetulan bos juga ada dia mau laporan sekitar 4 waktu itu ada rekomendasi ke semua daerah ke negara maritim lalu wilayah Batak. Pada awal pernah hal yang berat. Lalu saya belajar untuk bagaimana saya menyadari atau melanjutkan hidup saya setelah kondisi ini berlangsung. Untuk keluarga, saya juga memberikan penenangan kepada mereka bahwa saya bisa melanjutkan kehidupan dan tetap bisa merawat bayi ini dengan baik dengan diri saya sendiri maupun dengan bantuan orang lain. Dan untuk teman-teman sana yang mungkin kondisinya sama seperti saya ataupun tidak seperti saya, perlu diingat bahwa ini bukanlah akhir dari semua, bahwa hidup kita selanjutnya bisa berkembang lebih baik lagi dan menatap masa depan yang lebih cerah. Terima di situasi mungkin di awal yang berat, penolakan pasti ada. Terus jangan terburu berpikir yang sekiranya merugikan diri sendiri ke anak.
Continuously together with the church, we participate in proclaiming the kingdom of God through each of our respective missions. May the kingdom of God be increasingly felt by many people through our self-offering and services.
So, welcome to Indonesia. Our dear my brothers and sisters, we have a special logo and theme song. This logo and this theme song was prepared by our sisters. So we are so proud of these talents, and there is young sisters who prepared this. The logo you can see in the notice, in the tote bag, and in everywhere. So what about the logo? What it means? It will show in this video.
The circle represents wholeness and completeness and points out the aspects of community, friendship, inclusivity, and collaboration. The circle of the globe inside the big circle is a mirror of the world of our church with its multi-ethnic, multicultural, multi-religious dimensions as part of a bigger entity and community. It's particular, but part of the entire planet and universe. The color green is associated with the natural world and the concept of life, and it also stands for rebirth, renewal, growth, harmony, hope, and optimism. The new green leaves in the circle celebrate new beginnings, growth, and positive change towards a better future. In keeping with the theme of the meeting, it also recalls our ecological concern, and at the same time, the green leaves only make a half circle as a mirror, but the environmental issue is not the only issue that requires our attention and effort. The church inside the circle of the globe symbolizes our common home and the interconnectedness of all things. Additionally, it brings to mind that the church's social and ecological endeavors reflect its sacramental and ecclesial missionary dimensions. Being church means being God's people, incarnate in the peoples of the earth and their cultures, e.g. 115. The four people standing inside the circle and wearing the same color represent the various members of the community working together in a spirit of unity and cooperation. It embodies the Synod's goal and the optimism the Church feels worldwide, especially in Asia and Oceania. The person standing at the outer circle is wearing different colors, but the same gesture represents inclusivity and solidarity in the mission. It represents the human brotherhood, the spirit of collaboration with others in a multi-ethnic, multicultural, and multi-religious context. The cross at the center represents faith, hope, and love. This serves as a reminder that Christ is the origin of Christian life and purpose. He is the model and the source of our power, and He is the light of nations. Christ is the origin of our oneness, our need to be brothers and sisters, and our concerns with the creation we share as Christians.
Okay, that is the meaning of our logo. And I will show you about our theme song. Maybe you have received a text. There is the text of our song in Indonesia and in English. This song was made by collaboration between Sister Carla, Missionaries Claris, and Sister Rosaliani from SJMG. This is young sisters from Indonesia. So please give applause for them. Maybe you can sing together with this video.
In the church's awesome sacraments, our voices rise, calling the saints, heaven and heaven, living peace. With our hearts that heal and hearts that break, restoring hope for the universe. Humans of faith, breaking destiny spread, in the text of life, we love is spread. For different corners, in love is one, we give it fraternity. In the divine
Okay, I will repeat the theme song so you can sing it with the video. We can sing it together, yeah? Okay.
In the heart of every human, there's a flame that ignites. Fostering hope in the darkness of night, just be one embrace. With our together we stand shoulder to shoulder. Jesus never is wrong, His love will do it all. You must faith when your destiny's right. In the depths of life where love is dry. We'll give a record, this get by this one. We'll build it for eternity. You must faith when your destiny's right. In the depths of life where love is dry. We'll give a record, this get by this one. We'll build it for eternity. You must faith when your destiny's right. In the depths of life where love is dry. We'll give a record, this get by this one. We'll build it for eternity. Neither do I desire.
Okay, I wish you will know about the theme song and make it as our theme song. After this, we have free time. You can conversation with your friends or with another sisters. But before it, we have some information from Father Suno. Please.
Thank you, Sister Fiani. Good morning, all. So, you have been here since yesterday. Some of you just early in the morning at 3 o'clock, some also coming. And so, I will invite you. First of all, what is your feeling now? Okay, and why? So, very simple question. What is your feeling now? And yeah, just feeling. Just. Oh, then you will tell with your friend, yeah, beside you. So, what is your feeling and why? You can tell to each other. Three of you or both of you. Please. By two or by three, you can tell to each other. Yeah, what is your feeling and why?
Complicated, happy and worried.
Terima kasih.
Okay, 1 minute more.
Okay.
1 minute, 1 minute.
1 minute sharing about your feeling and why. It's simple, but make us
Okay, now we invited who want to share her or his feeling, just very short and brief. Please, raise your hand. Who want to share?
Okay, please, sister.
Yeah, your hand first.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Thank you, Father, for your question. Sorry, your question is really challenging for me. I feel so excited.
So excited.
Yes, since yesterday afternoon we arrived here. All the environment of these Carolus Borromeus sisters actually it speaks about how it's ecology and what will be going with us during these days of worship. So, what makes me excited actually looking, seeing at the theme, promoting ecological and human fraternity. I discovered the atmosphere of the strength, the strong, the power of these religious leader women. So applause for ourselves. It's making me really. Actually, we can bring something, a change, especially for this ecology, the safety of the ecology and for the future of our world. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, sir. So exciting. Why? When Sister Maria come to the compound, directly she feel the ecological, spirit. So she expect that we will journey and deepening, and sister also very confident we can make a change. We can make a change together. Thank you, sister. And others, maybe. Please raise
Another
your
one,
hand.
follow
Please raise your
me
hand.
to sharing your.
Ah,
Okay.
Please stand your name first.
I'm Sister Sophia. As soon as I heard the question from Father, I came to my mind with a Jesuit question. What's your feeling at home? So I felt the topic is from yesterday as we arrived, we could feel that, no? Every word. The human fraternity. Yesterday night around 10:30 we reached. The love, the fraternity, the hospitality that we received here is amazing. So it's not that only we hear and learn and go, it is already being practiced. That when I see it, I feel very happy and grateful. And the human fraternity and the ecological, you see from the beginning, the mass, during the mass itself, I could see the decorations that you are done is not very beautiful, colorful, it's very ordinary and natural. And here also I see. So I felt it doesn't remain, as we said just now, it's not that we try to practice. So it's not only remain in the topic at hand and it is being already practiced. So I hope that what we see and hear both will make a change in each of our life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One more. Want to?
Okay.
Last one.
My feeling. I'm Sister Stefana. Chinese name, Wei Wei.
Okay.
And I'm feeling very happy because in Taiwan I worked for migrant workers, especially Indonesia women workers for many years. And now Taiwan we have more Catholic young girls, students, and also the female and male students. Here, first time I met so many Indonesian sisters. Well, only Muslim background. That's why I would like to through the first contact and experience, know the Indonesia's background in Taiwan. I already noticed, experience harmony, collect,
Yeah.
and comfort. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So happy to contemplate what will happening in this meeting, especially also expecting encounter the Indonesian culture directly. Yeah. Okay, we still have a very short time, 8 minutes. I have a second question. What is your expectation, personal expectation? What is your expectation for your community and for your congregation meeting? Community means bigger community or small community. So focus on what is your expectation from this meeting? Yeah, what your expectation? Okay, is this clear? Whatever. Then tell to each other also. This your friend. Yeah.
Tell about your expectation, yeah. Expectation in community, in congregation,
From this meeting.
from this meeting.
A little bit hard, yeah. A little bit hard.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
little
matter.
harder, yeah.
Little harder. So tell your friend what is your expectation.
I wish blah blah blah. Yeah.
Two more minutes. 2 more minutes. Okay. Yeah. In fact, you can write down your expectation and you can share with others. Yeah, just write down and then later on we will put the expectation in the board. So, maybe one or two will express what is your expectation. Jisa, you like to express your expectation? Alright.
Okay, please share to us. Good morning. Good morning. We have common expectations, the three of us. The theme, promoting ecological and human fraternity for Citizen Church in Asia, Oceania, will become a reality when we return to our respective countries according to the context where we are, so that the sessions and the inputs that we may have, that we may receive, will be something that we can use as a takeoff, so that when we return, while we have common inputs, we can receive common perspectives, we shall do differently according to the context where we are.
Okay, thank you. Then this dream comes true. So this is our dream. This is our dream. And make it come true when you're going back to your respective countries or communities. Another, maybe one, and decide.
Another sharing, please.
Please, please.
If you're afraid speaking English, you can say in Bahasa. We can help you to translate it.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm Sister Atitila from Thailand. Our sister Indi, from the team promoting ecological and human fraternity for Senegal to share the Asian Ocean. So from that, my expectation also, as we come here together, getting to know each other, enriched by each other's cultures, we also learning also how the other people, how the other religions in different countries and different contexts, how they promote ecological and human fraternity in their own way. And my expectation really is we learn from each other. Maybe we share what we have in Thailand and also we learn a new way which you are doing in all countries. So learning and sharing and also learning from others.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Precisely, this is the point. Yeah, we want to learn from each other to find the richness of others. Yeah, so that you can bring it back and share this richness of this diversity. Beautiful. So I will give a small announcement. So after this gathering, we will have lunch. After lunch, we have a free time, 1.5 hours. Maybe you take rest. Yeah. And then 2:30, at 2:30 up until 4, we will share from each country. Yeah. So we have 90 minutes for 13 group. So we expect that each country will present about 7 minutes. Okay? 5 to 7 minutes. 5 is alright. 7 is good. Yeah. So each country will about to present, yeah, for 7 minutes. And the group is like this. The first one will be Hong Kong, and then India, and then Indonesia, and then Macau. We will put this letter. This is the first group, and then we'll a small break just to recollect. And then the second one is Myanmar, New Zealand, Pakistan, and the Philippines. Then a little break to recollect again, and then the third one is Sri Lanka, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, and then Timor-Leste. So this afternoon, yeah, after some siesta or some rest, we will have country presentation. Yeah, also in this hall. And then after that, we will have sharing. When after we listening to the sharing, okay, what we learn. What point does we will something with some information later, but that will going on in this afternoon. Okay, time for lunch now, isn't it?
Yeah, I have two informations. One, for the presentation, if you have video or PowerPoint, you can give it to me. Or if you can give it to me, so in that section we have smooth, so you don't need to change the laptop and etc. Yeah. So the delegates from each country can give the video or PowerPoint to me. And the second, if you need to make payment, you can do it after lunch with Sister Berta. Silakan berdiri, yeah, this one. This is our treasurer. You can make some payment with her. Okay? After this we get lunch and we go back to this place at 2:30 please, one of you. In bahasa juga tidak apa-apa. Ya. Oh ya, Angelus closing the meeting and for class. Ya.
As for the angels in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Behold, the handmaid of the Lord. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. And the Word was made flesh. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God. Let us pray. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. In the name of Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
I have information for Indonesian sisters who have the translator device. You can bring it on everywhere. You can bring it to Pandanaran too, not just in this area. Yeah? So please bring it with yourself, don't forget. And yeah, if the battery is slow, you can ask to Sister Lita. Sister Lita, where are you? Yeah, Sister Lita, the youngest one. You can ask her for the battery. Yeah. Thank you and have a nice meal.
Notes in response to your questions. After afternoon tea, Father Sunu will lead you in a group discussion. That is when you will go to your groups, and it would be good to have that information in front of you, just to help in the discussion. So I'll just read through the questions. As I said, you have them in front of you, so you can take them with you. Something significant from the presentations. What really touched you about the presentations? Was there something that challenged you? Something that you hadn't thought had been happening? Or something that you hadn't been aware of before? Or you might like to write down some questions that come to you in response to the presentations. There might be something that you heard and you would like to know more about that. So during the break time, it's an opportunity to meet with that person and just say, oh, I was very interested in this, can you tell me more? Is there something that surprised you? Perhaps you could try and summarize in 5 words what the presentation spoke to you about. And what perhaps some new knowledge and understanding that you've gained from the presentations. And if those aren't enough questions, we have 3 more. You might like to think, what was similar about the group of presentations, or all of the presentations? You might notice something, a common theme. What were some of the key differences between them? And how have the presentations now affected your understanding of the goals of promotion of human fraternity and care for the common home, our common home?
ask one thing. Would you like to share the guidelines about personal question and also, if it's possible, share in the group, if we have group, also in brief time again.
The questions, those...
The guidelines about personal question.
Oh,
Here.
those questions are on a sheet.
Apologize.
Yeah, are they the ones?
Thank you very much. Yes.
The others were the discussion guidelines, but I think just the questions will be helpful. Thank you for that clarification. Yes, so the questions are turned over, so you probably don't notice them. All right, so if there are no other questions, we would like to invite Hong Kong, the representative from Hong Kong, to begin our presentation, keeping in mind your questions and taking some notes. And after the 3 or 4, we will then get you to just share with the person next to you for a few moments.
So good afternoon to everybody. So as you see, me, I am an Indian representing Hong Kong. As you see as a feature, day and night difference. No? The same thing also, life difference. No? So the day and night difference. Because I want to tell you and learn, as we said, to each other, that when I went to my mission, I also found the same difference. So from this difference, how we can learn and integrate with one another. What I have learned, I also want to share with you. And some of you have might have been in Hong Kong, visited Hong Kong. Some of you might not have been. So let us see first a little bit of 2 minutes, the geographical atmosphere and the beauty of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong is located on the southern coast of the People's Republic of China. The former British colony consists of 3 main areas: the New Territories, the Kowloon Peninsula, and Hong Kong Island. Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated places on the planet. Its dramatic cityscapes cling to the hillsides and the edges of its spectacular harbour. Hong Kong is the embodiment of...
Wait, I will make bigger the subtitle so you can see it clearly.
Hong Kong is located on the southern coast of the People's Republic of China. The former British colony consists of 3 main areas: the New Territories, the Kowloon Peninsula, and Hong Kong Island. Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated places on the planet. Its dramatic cityscapes cling to the hillsides and the edges of its spectacular harbour. Hong Kong is the embodiment of yin and yang, the Chinese concept of balance. It is filled with neighborhoods that resonate with Chinese and colonial tradition, while its soaring skylines look boldly towards the future. For visitors, Hong Kong offers some of the world's most intense shopping, sightseeing, and dining experiences. Yet moments of stillness await at every turn. Faith is an integral part of local life. Everywhere you go, you'll smell the scent of incense wafting from shrines. Hong Kong has over 600 places of worship, from small neighborhood temples to hilltop complexes like the 10,000 Buddhist Monastery. In Hong Kong, shopping is almost a religion too. From opulent malls to the bustling markets of Temple Street and Lady Street, tax-free Hong Kong is heaven for bargain hunters. At the tip of the Kowloon Sha Tsui, an area filled with classic neighborhoods. Take a stroll along the Tsim Sha Tsui Promenade, which overlooks Victoria Harbour, one of the busiest and most scenic ports in the world. The promenade is home to some of the territory's premier arts institutions, like the Museum of Art and the Hong Kong Cultural Centre.
Still, there are so many of culture of Hong Kong is being explained. You can also go through the YouTube to find out. Just I want to show the beauty of the antiques culture. So all persons who have faith in God, as he said, it's not only the structure, the beauty, but it's Hong Kong also deeply religious, in God, and faith in human fraternity to unite and work together so that we may serve as a guide for future presentation to advance a culture of mutual respect in the awareness of the great divine grace that makes all human beings brothers and sisters. Human fraternity aims to encourage people to treat each other as brothers and sisters by promoting intercultural dialogue. So in Hong Kong, the local church is committed to looking after the ethnic groups from the Philippines, Indonesia, and Southeast Asia. When Hong Kong largely was very peaceful, all of you might have heard, the pro-democracy protest turned violent in 2019. It drove a wedge through every section of society, dividing peer group of youths, friends, families, and also the Christian as well. Because each one's view was not respected, because in the church, in a division, some promotes, some encourages, some keep silent. So this also brought division even in the faithful community, among the youth especially. Not only in the faith, in the families especially. Parents are for one and the children are for the other. So it was a great challenge that even the religious, we all in the faith, the formation of the, taking care of the faithful community, we faced this challenge. So you see in Hong Kong, 7 billion populations, we have Catholics of around 392,000. Non-residents living in Hong Kong, mostly the Filipinos, they occupy a lion's share. It was estimated 173,000 of them in Hong Kong, and most of them are Catholics. So this holds a very alive community in Hong Kong, especially in the church. In Hong Kong, we have 52 parishes, and in this, only 15 are under diocesan. Then you can see how many local vocations we have. And 37 churches are under institute, that means the religious priest. So priests of the diocese are 68 and 137 are other nationalities we have in Hong Kong, belonging to 19 congregations. And religious sisters, we have 273 religious Chinese sisters and 131 other nationalities belonging to 25 congregations. It's a small country but highly populated. And the good news is the church in Hong Kong is very well organized and well established. It has proper arrangements and formation of faithful. So more or less we have every year nearly 3,000 new baptisms. So it is not just simply being baptized. They are supposed to come every week, once in a week, 1.5 hours for 2 years. Then only they can baptism. So it is, for me, it was alarming shock to see young couples. They work from morning 8 to evening 6, and they come with the bread to the church and sit there, eat from 8:30 to 10 o'clock is the catechism class for them. They come with the family, sit there and learn and receive baptism after 1.5 years. I felt it's a great, great perseverance in life, which may not take place in my own place. So it was a great learning for me. And another thing, to listen why they want to receive baptism. I am born Catholic, and for me it It's not only I teach them, I learn from them and deepen my faith in them. I am also working as a full-time pastoral sister in the parish. Here also I said as the Hong Kong church is well established too. So many churches also appoint this pastoral sister's presence in the church. Full-time or part-time according to our availability. So we meet the needs of these people, learning catechism. Learning catechism, you see, as a foreigner, it is very difficult. Many times I ask Jesus, do you know Chinese to speak? No, that tough it is to learn with the 7-8 sounds to learn, and it is very difficult. We missionaries, for us, especially our congregation, we are given 2 years to go to the Chinese university and to learn the language. Then we are appointed in different apostolic social services to go through. So for me, I entered into the pastoral care, though as I was a teacher in India, and I came back and took up this mission, and I feel more than my knowledgeable growth, I learn from the people, deepen my faith. So by listening to the people, their faith, why do they want to turn after when you are 13, 14, your young age, and you know Hong Kong life is busiest to the full. No, they are very busy, even children. So they take time to learn is they have a deep experience of God, especially from the Catholic schools that we run. So from the small they go, especially in Catholic schools, there are many very well educated people are outcome of the Catholic schools. So when they are grown up, when they get into the job, they have this seed of faith that is sown through the education. They come back and listen, and later they receive the baptism. So for me, every day, every year, because we interview them, no? Before joining the catechumenate, we interview them. So as we listen, it's a real great experience for me also to learn. And after this, children also, there are so many children, and we have another thing, the lay volunteers to teach. I was telling about this catechism to teach for this catechumenate. Foreigners, it's very difficult. Though we accompany them, so we need people, local people to support. So there are 1,470 volunteers, people around the church in 52 parishes who are helping us to teach. They are not just baptized Catholics. They have learned, finished their theology in the Holy Spirit Seminary. They go and learn and come to the church, do free services out of their generosity. It is also amazing to see the people, how they come forward to serve the church. So in the diocese, we have also 32 kindergartens of our Catholics, 105 primary schools, 85 secondary schools, and many other special needs and all that. This is 103 are run by the diocesanes, others are also, some are by Caritas, and 42 by men congregation, and 66 by women congregation. It is in different ways, no? There are social, charitable, welfare organizations. Hospitals, no? The best hospital that St. Paul's Sisters, Fellowship Sisters, so many well-established hospitals. These also, no? We have in the Hong Kong, it is also amazing to see pastoral care in the hospitals. So they not only Catholics, Christians, Protestants, even Buddhists. So we can go around, not the doctors give physical assistance. So the Hong Kong people feel, the governments, everybody feel, they also need the support of the spiritual assistance according to their faith. This is also one way of bringing conversion or bringing faith in God to people. So if there is someone passed away or someone in the family very sick, and the Catholic priest or nun or faith will go and visits them and participates with them in the funeral, and this brings a great conversion in the family. How we are involved in the family. Maybe in the family we want Catholic, father or mother. So the way we communicate with them, take care of them in their time of suffering, and other people after 1 month, 2 months, they come back to the church and ask, what should I do? I want to receive this faith. So this is another way of we receive a lot of catechumenate through the funeral service. run by the Catholic Church. And the visit of the sisters who work in the parishes, we all feel, as you know, here also maybe in other countries, Taiwan, like that, we have many nursing homes, no? So where the elderly are being taken care. So the other family members are very much surprised to see the Catholics, if that person is a Catholic, how we go and take care of them, and they in turn, they come back. And you saw just now, there is our first majority is the Buddhism. No, say they believe in life together, that when they die, now they are together, when they die also they want to be together. Another reason for baptism, elderly baptism. I am in charge of elderly baptism. What they do now, elderly, why they come? My husband is a Catholic. My wife, I think, when I die, I also want to be with him. So I come and learn. So the deep faith experience that they have from Buddhism or Confucianism or different, what they basic belief, they also believe in eternal life that we promised to them. So it was a great opportunity to learn and to integrate with them, to cultivate this human fraternity. And you know, as a foreigner, it is very difficult to, first of all, language barrier, and to build up this relationship. And I witnessed, and you know, you see me with this, just 3 months before I fell. And in my parish, I'm working 9 years I'm working in the parish. Human fraternity, where I experienced is during my fall. You know, I was feeling, I have lacked barriers of my language, and you know, my color difference. People, small one also will say, we have a kindergarten in the school, church is first floor, the fourth floor, the kindergarten is in the first floor. When they come for the assembly, the kindergarten child sees me first time and says, why are you so dark? The small kid asked. So it was a great, makes a difference to integrate with the people. So I was thinking, I tried my best to talk to them and relate with them. How much I have influenced, how much I have been with them. And this all made me to realize my presence there is very meaningful. Because the human fraternity that I have in just friendship, just relate with them. People are rich, but poor in spirit, poor in relationship, poor in their mental strength. In this, I have supported and I experienced that joy when I was in trouble. I experienced not only 1 or 2 people, a lot of people. I have to go 1 hour from my community to the church. Not 1 family, 2 families. So many families can take turn to drive me to that. They are not free people. All are busy. I just sit and realize, and I feel very satisfied of my mission, building this human fraternity. When I got this topic, this made me to reflect, what is human fraternity I have built up? It's not only in my community. Community, we too have different cultures. Italians, Brazilians, Hong Kongers, and Indians. We are only 15 sisters in Hong Kong of these 4 nationalities. Among us, because we have formation of nationality and missionaries, so though there are barriers, we are hopeful. But in the mission plan, in the local place, unknown people, I experienced this, I felt very meaningful of satisfaction of my mission in Hong Kong. So I was also, I see here when I came present, many of you represent your country of your own people. Hong Kongers, Indians are there, Taiwanese are there. I thought, my God, look at my, this, I am Indian, represent what I will speak, how to represent. And I feel proud and happy to present my lovely and very grateful mission of Hong Kong. And here, this is, we also, the sisters, of different congregation sisters, many are mostly engaged in the society, where the care for the people. As I said, many are aged, nursing homes. Many sisters are in education, in the nursing homes, and also centers for the youth. And you see the caring residential homes for the girls. As you know, many now from mainlanders coming down to Hong Kong. There are many single parents. This now the villages go out to reach out to these girls, single parents, children,
and mainlanders, they don't know Cantonese, and they find very lowered and mixed, looked upon differently. So for these people also, the religious goes forward to care for them and to show concern for them. Is it time for me? Yes. Yes, I stop it. Concluding. So in the Diocese of Hong Kong, we endorses the priority of promoting and the experience of understanding and synodality for the clergy and also for the religious. And we together, as I see the church in synodality very much, we have the communion, the laity, the priest, and even the religious. How we communicate, how we work together in our pastoral activity. This is being most encouraged. Thank you very much. That's it.
Thank you for your sharing and the experience that you have shared with us. And so, India, the representative of India.
Sister, I don't try to interrupt, but I ask please, before we get everyone, will have seconds.
Yes. Yes.
Someone has to help, because there are many, many people who say.
Thank you. Yes. So, if we can realize that we set part of our guidelines for timing, it would be very helpful if we do have a lot to listen to. And if you can just share your main points, and then during a break, you can expand when you meet with others, just to help the flow of the program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sister Brahmadev, coming from India. Sabrina from West Bengal.
Steve from Delhi.
So we are north, east, and west of India, presenting to you the greetings from our country and all the religions of India. To all of us, all of you gathered here. You can change. We go straight to promoting human fraternity. India is a vast country. It's like a world within itself. We have, according to statistics online, 174 dioceses, around 10,700 plus parishes, with a Catholic population of just 1.55%. Christians together with other denominations, around 2%. In India, we have three rites. The Latin rite, which makes the major chant, the Siro-Malankara and Siro-Malankara, basically the southernmost state, Kerala, known as the St. Thomas Christians. In the Conference of Religious India, we are more than 1,000 major superiors. 95% of the Indian religious are women religious. So it's a very feminine face of the Catholic Church in India. Most of the development, it's agreed upon even by a present government, has been due to the Catholic initiatives of education. The major universities, colleges, higher education, and all types of education institutions, the credit is given to the Catholic institutions. With 6 major universities, around 420 plus Catholic colleges. The conference is made up of priests, brothers and sisters. Coming to promoting human fraternity, we try to just sum it up all together because it's a variety of works done by the various religious congregations around the length and width of India. So it includes inclusive Catholic education. That means it's not exclusively only for Catholic students, it's for everyone. I don't think we have any institution which is exclusively Catholic. So it is for students of all religions and every possible state. There are many congregations which are taking up anti-trafficking, LGBTQA+ support, and initiatives. We have quite a good number of women's groups, especially among religious. Inclusive education for all abilities. When we talk about disabilities, whether it's a learning disability or physical, mental disability, Catholic education is very, very inclusive. Accessible medical care. In fact, our Catholic Bishop Conference runs one of the major medical colleges in India, St. John's and Bangalore. Interfaith dialogue and collaboration is taken up seriously, especially in the midst of the communalism that is becoming prevalent more in the country. Empathy, diversity and coexistence programs are encouraged. Next one. Caring for a common home. Recently, re-elected Prime Minister presented all the initiatives taken by the Indian government to our Pope. So there is, and from the religious side, these things are taken care. Sustainable living practices, community green advocacy, environmental stewardship commissions. And congregations have their commissions especially for this. Environmental education initiatives in all our institutions. Solar energy adoption, reduce, reuse, recycle focus, and promoting kitchen gardens.
Some of the initiatives of the Government of India, establishment of the National Green Tribunal, as well as the constitutions of India have articles that protect and promote the environment. The international commitment by India, as well as the national environment policy. We do have quite a few policies, but sometimes on the ground the policies are not, not followed. Next, sister. Some of the key challenges for us in terms of human fraternity as well as our environment. All these you can read, and I think one of the key challenges is coming because we have a right-winged fundamental government in India, and because of that we have quite a few challenges. We are very happy that the last, we had elections just about a month ago, and the party didn't get a majority, but it's still in the government. So it's like cultural and religious diversity, though diversity can be a strength, but because of politics it becomes a weakness. Caste-based discrimination, communal tensions, political issues as division, corruption, Indian identity politics, economic inequality, and our economics don't really, is not pro-poor, impact of AI and job loss, population pressure because our population is more than 1 billion. We are #1 leading in population in the world. Pollution and degradation, deforestation and the loss of biodiversity, rise of disposable goods and single-use products, vested interest and financial gains.
So way forward, mainly those points are, I think, academic, but I want to stress on the one statement. The world we have received also belongs to those who will follow us. Pope Francis in Laudato Si. I think everything that we do, every consciousness that comes to the surface in us, if we follow this line, the world we have received also belongs to those who follow. We will do great wonders. That, and also those points will show that as a way forward. Along with that is also show our own loopholes in the country. Interfaith and intercultural dialogue is required. Support of socio-economic disparity policies. Sister Sabrina mentioned that our policies are usually pro-rich. Promote positive media cooperation. Media is the mouthpiece of the government at present.
afternoon, everyone. I will present how the religious in Indonesia promoting ecology and human fraternity in our daily life. As I spoke on behalf of many religious community in Indonesia. Together, we carry out a joint movement in our respective communities to care for our common home. Now, our concern is the same like India, deforestation, especially in Kalimantan, global warming, plastic waste that is poorly managed. This is the photo for the deforestation in Kalimantan. I don't know how many million hectares already finished the forest. Next. And 8 million tons of plastic clutter our sea. As you know, our Indonesia is the archipelago country. There is more than 70,000 islands. It is the global warming. I think we experience about this almost everywhere in Asia. This is to stop global warming, we don't cut trees, don't burn, save energy, stop pollution, save water, and go green. This is we already do the small step to stop global warming in our communities in the religious in Indonesia. Our efforts, like that already, planting and do not cutting trees, saving energy and water, making eco-enzyme, reducing the use of plastic, processing plastic into useful goods. This is one of program of integral ecology. The participant is from various women congregation. I think from many congregations. It is held in Girisonta, conducted by Father Sunu. This is the activities. Next. First hour, it is for to save energy. We in my congregation, we cut the electricity every month for 1 hour to save the earth, for the save energy. Making eco-enzyme from the fruit and vegetable waste. And this is the product from eco-enzyme, liquid shower soap, floor cleaning liquid for washing clothes. This is very good because it is really without chemical. No plastic bags for shopping. And this is in our school in Jakarta. There is a machine when we can put plastic and the student can get money from what they put, and the plastic will be used to be another like a bag, sandal, and etc. Human fraternity in the framework of Fratelli Tutti, on fraternity and social friendship, we have to put in our mind, our heart, Easter, no others, no them, there is only us. The religious are called to the service of fraternity in the world. This is the religions in Indonesia. As you see, Muslim is the biggest number in Indonesia, followed by Protestant Christian, Catholic, Hindu, Buddha, Confucius, and belief flow. Difficult to explain. This is not religion, but the local belief based on the culture. As we know, Islam, that I already said, is the most population, and we need tolerance between we, Catholic, and the Muslim. How we do? That is fraternal visit. This is by Islamic student this year to the Dominican and Ursuline Conference. Fraternal visit by sister to Muslim families during Eid al-Fitr, and vice versa, Muslim families to the conference at Christian time. Jesuit Conference of Asia Pacific, a journey of interfaith dialogue and discovery in Indonesia. This is what we have done. The joint movement with the Hindus, Buddhist, Confucius group are less visible or exposed, except in the religious leaders forum. But many of our families are of the different religion, and we already show tolerance to one another. In Indonesia, in one family, maybe there are 3 different religions. My brother can be Christian, can be Muslim, can be Buddhist. This is the photo when there is a Jesuit Conference of Asia Pacific, when they build, visit, and learn together with the Muslim student. Okay, next. This is only the photo to show you Muslim student visit the Dominican Sister Convent in Cimahi, Bandung, in the place of Sister Elizabeth. And this is the Muslim student visit the Ursuline Convent in Bandung. Already 3 years, every year they do like this. And we are brother and sister. No division because of the religion. This is the photo. The challenge is to coexist with other religions in Indonesia. We must establish fraternity without suspicion and with sincerity. We must believe that every religion has a value and purpose and acts with good intention. We must dare to be witness not only with words, but with our deeds and action. Please, thank you.
Thank you, Sister Lita. A very visual presentation and the impact of that deforestation. I think visual really makes a difference. So thank you. And now for this last session, for the last of this session, from Macau.
To one and all, and I am an Indian, but I live in Macau for the last 27 years. So I represent Macau Sisters Association, and I belong to the Sisters of Charity of St. but I represent Macau Religious Association. We are a very small country compared to Hong Kong or anything, but it's a Christian country in bracket, okay? Because now it belongs to China, and most of the things they do is now with the Chinese culture. And we are 112 sisters, religious women working in the small country Macau, but we do not have many work to be done as Sisters Association. But since I'm first time attending the Amor meeting, the sister asked me to write something about that. So we have sent an answer according to our personal, some of the congregations have answered, but our challenges are really consumerism, because everybody knows Macau is of a hub of casinos. Only the income is from the casino. It's quite rich, but the diocese is also rich in its own culture. Okay? working there, they are mostly individually working. But as a sisters association, we call for the human fraternity. We have done our, you will see in my PowerPoint, a small PowerPoint I have made it. And we have conferences sometimes on Laudate Si and Laudate Deum and human fraternity. We have, sometimes we come together twice a year or sometimes 3 times. We arrange talks and everything. So that is what we do in Macau. Macau people, most of them are challenged now because of the consumerism, very high consumerism, and also the wastage, a lot of wastage they do. Because for them it's a throwaway culture in Macau. So we religious are trying to do the things to care for the people and care for the environmental things. We do not have big places in Macau, but we are keeping it very in our own small situations. In the nearest places, we try to grow small gardens, vegetable gardens in our rooftop, and also we teach the mentally challenged and other people, the elderly people, to care for the earth. In that way, we do our work. So a small clip I will show you what the individual congregations are doing. 118 congregations working in Macau, only women religious. For the men also, there are people, but they will have their own way of doing it. So that's all.
join in tight, that will be very helpful. So we will begin this session with a representative from Myanmar. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, we are two sisters from Myanmar. I'm Sister Anne Teresa of Sisters of St. Francis Xavier and Sister Rita Chi from the missionary Sister St. Paul Sisters. She is the secretary of our CRCM, representative of CRCM. So this is the only I present the questions and answers there, no? So the question is like that. What experience do you have in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community, and congregation? Regarding promoting human fraternity in my personal life, I try to overcome my ego by sharing my free time and participating in various activities. I also share my competencies and talents, such as cleaning the room and listening to the elderly sisters, or groups of elderly sisters. And I accept people with different opinions and accompany those who are in need. For the community, in my community, we practice respect and patience with each other when we have different ideas. We strive to encourage open dialogue, even with those who may lack common sense. In my congregation, there are evident tensions between different ethnic groups. In my role as a major superior, I have been pressured to show I'm biased. However, by the grace of God, I strive to act justly, although I have often failed to do so. The second question is, what experience do you have in regard to caring for our common home in your personal life, community, and congregation? In my personal experiences, caring for our common home, as inspired by the concept of spiritual and ethnical dimensions, that is, understanding that every living thing has its own worth, and recognizing that all parts of nature are connected and depend on each other. Promoting the well-being of the planet and future generations by reduce waste, rescue items, and recycled materials as much as possible. Teaching children and young people about the importance of caring for the planet by incorporating these practices into our lives. We can help ensure a healthier planet for ourselves and future generations. Caring for the common home in a community involves fostering a sense of shared responsibility and taking actionable steps to maintain and improve the local environment. For example, as an energy conservation, we try to conserve energy by using energy-efficient appliances, turning off lights and electronics when not in use, and utilizing renewable energy sources such as solar power. Caring for the common home in our congregation involves as a regulation for the healthy diet food. We try to live the personal consumption and lifestyle choices. This includes mindful eating practices like reducing meat consumption, supporting sustainable agriculture, and growing one's own food. The third question. What initiative have been taken by your congregation and by your country
resources away from social and environmental initiatives. The second one is economic inequality and poverty in every stage of people's daily life. People in poverty may prioritize and imitate survival over long-term environmental care, and inequality can fuel social fragmentation. The third challenge is lack of education and awareness in modern social societies in Myanmar. Without understanding the importance of these concepts, people are less likely to engage in actions that promote social and environmental well-being. In what ways, how can you respond to these challenges? Addressing about these challenges require a multifaceted approach, means involving collaboration across sections, inclusive policies, education, and a commitment to both social justice and environmental sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you for taking us into the world of Myanmar, your challenges and your responses. And now we invite a representative from New Zealand. Thank you, Sister.
What I'm going to offer you is with the questions that you have seen on the previous report. I'm looking at the reports with the questions in writing my report. It took me a while. I was thinking it's so hard that I got sick. But then I got well again and I started again. So from the questions that were shared with us, our congregation, known as the Sisters of Compassion, hear the Quran. Quran is the mouth word for the call of Christ and our charism of compassion, inviting us into deeper communion with each other and all creation in the spirit of our mother foundress, Mary Hohepa Suzanne O'Bear. Following her example, we welcome opportunities to work in partnership with the local people to question fearlessly, risk the unknown, and challenge the institutions of power. We believe that each person is made in the image of God at the right basic of life, respect, and honor. We work towards having the right relationships, especially with the land's first people, which is the Maori people, and are concerned for those whose rights are threatened and violated. Together we work toward widening our circle of compassion and sharing the compassion, the charism of compassion with others. We strive to become advocates for the disadvantaged and set aside this percentage of our resources for them. We have run a soup kitchen in the streets of Wellington from 1901 and still going. Our initiative we have embraced in supporting refugees by providing accommodation and working closely with the Red Cross, family reunification, and change makers. Recently, for the society where I live, with its diverse cultures and ethnic backgrounds, understand their differences. What I'm talking about here is where I am a bit isolated on the South Island of New Zealand. And there are a lot of people from Kerala, from India, and the Philippines, and the Kiribati coming into the district. And a lot of, some of them have been coming through the traffic journey, and a lot of them have come in to do work in hospitals and elderly care. So that's what I'm talking about. People are respected and valued for the skills they bring and offer to the community. Encounters with them have drawn me to a relationship where I show admiration and support and share the harvest and acknowledge their unique presence. They are accepted, affirmed, and appreciated for contributing to the parish liturgies we share in our common faith. Our parish welcomes all in our native language, thus promoting a sense of belonging and participation, especially in our Sunday liturgies. I am in direct contact with the environment through my vegetable garden. I grow my own food. Compositing and recycle practices from kitchen waste, grass clippings, dry leaves, broken twigs, and cardboard are put into the composting bin. The interrelatedness of the process is vital to the living species and brings biodiversity. I shared my recycle project with a group of women in the community and encouraged them to be involved in participate in recycling. Our own town council gives education on ways of protecting our environment and recycling ideas. Together we provide recycling bins. Last year, while on holiday in Fiji, I organized all the children on an educational walk to the beach. We helped remove plastics and other rubbish, then we saved the fish and turtles from being smothered by foreign objects. Climate change is affecting Aotearoa New Zealand. The changing weather patterns with heavy rainfall is a challenge. Rising sea levels in communities living adjacent to the coast and rivers who experienced in the July floods of 2021 in our community and other parts of the country. There is an ongoing education, emergency preparedness, and activities to help cope with the natural disasters. Our local tribe have actively responded to climate change through their shared experience of observing nature and reading the weather patterns. Recently, the clans to which I am representing, which is the congregational leader of Aotearoa New Zealand, has challenged the government in a written statement advocating for the Maori indigenous people of Aotearoa New Zealand and stand to commit ourselves to learning more about our responsibilities living in a bicultural area. In 1984, the government declared New Zealand nuclear free. This was enshrined in legislation in the 1987 Nuclear Free Zone Disarmament and Arms Control Act. And that's all I have for you today.
Thank you. We're glad you recovered from your initial sickness when you saw the questions and provided us these insights into the world of New Zealand. And now we invite the Pakistan representative.
Promoting equality and human fraternity for a Federal Church in Asia Oceania. Question 1. What experience do you have to integrate in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community and congregation? According to my personal experience, I feel human fraternity has helped me to promote respect and dignity in community life and at large in the society as we the Good Shepherd sisters encounter with people. Having dialogue had helped to create environment of peace, justice, tolerance, unity as an important The essence of human fraternity has helped me to look at the quality of life and healthy relationship as a religious member of the church in Pakistan and Good Shepherd family. As a congregation, at large we are training parents, teachers, students and youth to promote peace, unity and harmony, both physical sessions and via Zoom as well. What experience do you have in regard to caring for common home in your personal life, community and congregation? The earth is our common home and we all are responsible for taking care of it. It is a gift to all of us from our Creator. Our call is to use all resources and wonders equally. If we take care of the nature, surely in return, nature will take care of us all. And evaluating my personal experience, I feel when we are in touch with nature, such as plants and pets, we soften our behavior and attitude. Good Shepherd sisters have been motivating youth, children and community at large to take care of our common home, our Mother Earth. What initiatives have been taken by your congregation and by your country regarding human fraternity and caring for our common home? Good Shepherd sisters have focused on ecology as a separate theme in our position papers of congregation. The session via Zoom and physical have been conducted with the local church. Good Shepherd International Foundation, office from Rome and at regional level have held various sessions with sisters and mission partners on ecology. Plantation days have been performed in schools to create friendship between trees and humans. We as local church also have promoted love for ecology in kindergartens and nursery schools to these kids may grow in love for nature. To promote fabric bag for shopping and encourage people to reduce use of plastic. Sessions on trees, 3 R's, recycle, reuse and reduce of plastic. What are the challenges you face in terms of developing human fraternity and caring for our common home? Lack of attention from government, lack of support from local authorities, global warming, extreme weathers in Pakistan, lack of resources such as water and good soil in some part of Pakistan. In what ways, how can you respond to these challenges? To overcome from the above challenges, we need to work hand in hand with other like-minded NGOs and sharing our challenge and experience. Voluntary for cleaning up at community level, educate the local community, choose sustainable ways and means for taking care of nature, conserve water, put light and fans off when it's not needed, use long-lasting lights and bulbs, be an ideal person to local people, make sure to plant and trees first in your own home and community. Thank you.
Thank you for reminding us of nature's gifts and our need to collaborate. And from the Philippines.
Good afternoon. Okay, this is the report from the Philippines. So,
what experience do you have in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community, and congregation? Personally, I have a special care for the poor, especially street people and street children. Every time I go out of the convent, I would always bring with me something to eat, which I give to begging children and the poor people living on the streets. Or sometimes while walking, and they come to me asking for food, I would look for the nearest restaurant and would ask them what they want to eat. I pay and leave them to enjoy eating. What experience do you have in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community, and congregation? As a community, would always buy pack of food which you would give to the poor people on the street. So what experience do you have in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community, and congregation? As a congregation, we have several. We offer a scholarship program to the poor but deserving youth in elementary, high school, and college. We have monthly medical mission, providing free medical assistance to poor communities. Twice a week, we have a feeding program to indigent families and street children. We provide rice subsidy to our scholars within the campus. We have an annual Christmas giving of grocery items to families, aging men and women, and poor children. Every Sunday, we provide catechetical instructions to poor children, after which we provide them food to eat. And we also have disaster relief program. We provide food and clothing to victims of earthquake, typhoons, and fire. So what experience do you have in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community, and congregation? As to religious and cultural human fraternity, we have in our Catholic schools Muslims who are enrolled. We treat them with due respect for their religion and culture. They're happy in our schools and they feel they belong. What experience do you have in regard to caring for a common home in your personal life, community, and congregation? Personally, I would follow proper waste segregation. When there is time, I also help in watering our plants and vegetable garden. As a community, we all observe proper waste segregation. Every month on a Sunday evening, we observe Earth Hour. We put off the lights and other electrical machines from 9 to 10 in the evening. What experience do you have in regard to caring for a community, for a common home in your personal life, community, and congregation? As a congregation, every community also follow proper waste management. A circular was released for all sisters to follow. Most of our schools have a plant a tree program for the students. They really go to places where they can plant and grow trees. We have also put up aquaponics where we plant vegetables without using a natural fertilized spreaders, which is not good for the health. What initiatives have been taken by your congregation, your country, regarding human fraternity and caring for our common home? My above response to question A and B is our congregation's response. As to the response of the Philippines, advance a culture of mutual respect in recognition that we are all members of one human family. The Philippines, although basically a Catholic country, but we do have other religious denominations, including the Muslims. So far, we live in peace, treating one another as brothers and sisters, respecting each other's belief. What initiatives have been taken by your congregation in your country regarding human fraternity and caring for our common home? The public schools offer free schooling in the elementary and high school, so even the poor has the opportunity to study. As to the care for the environment, I think that this is an area that needs more attention. Cutting of trees for business is still happening, including massive digging excavation in search of minerals again for business. What are the key challenges you face in terms of developing human fraternity and caring for our common home? In what ways, how can you respond to these challenges? The Declaration of Human Fraternity for Peace and Living Together is a model for compassion and human solidarity, according to the United Nations. Hence, the challenges I face to make this possible is to see some people ignoring the needs of the people, especially those who are in need of help, to have no compassion at all for those deprived of the basic necessities to live a normal human life. What are the key challenges you face in terms of developing human fraternity and caring for our common home? In what ways can you respond to these challenges? Another challenge is where there is division caused by different cultures and religious beliefs. This will cause division and hatred with different groups of people. Unity and oneness will be ignored. One of the causes of this division is the social media. Hate-fueled language is moving from the margins to the mainstreams, triggering real-life violence among the people. Another is the fake news. Instead of coming up with what is true, they are spreading false information, again causing confusion and division to the people. What are the key challenges you face in terms of developing human fraternity and caring for our common home? In what ways can you respond to these challenges? The other challenge is the care for our common home. Families may also face ecological vulnerability in the guise of hunger and malnutrition, insufficient access to water, precarious housing, wasted lands, depleted or polluted waters, briefly, environmental degradation of all sorts. And this is happening in the Philippines, especially because we are visited by an average of 20 typhoons a year. So what are the key challenges you face in terms of developing human fraternity and caring for our common home? So how do I respond to these challenges? My best answer is education, especially among the youth. Since we run several schools in the Philippines, we could use this venue to spread what is real and true, to spread that we are all children of the same God. So we have to be united. We have to learn to live and learn to love together as brothers and sisters. Human fraternity can help build a better world and advance peace, recognizing the significant role of community and education. The environment is part of us. We are part of it. It provides one common home for the entire human family, and within it, a particular home of each particular family. Thank you. Salamat po.
So we have heard another 4 very diverse and unique situations. So again, just 1 minute to look at those questions, and you might want to take a few notes.
What experience do you have in regard to promoting human fraternity in your personal life, community, and congregation? Personal life, animated by the charism, enriched by the Spirit, restoring relationships, seeing the presence of God connected with divine, rooted in the gospel, sensitivity, generosity and availability, having an attitude of gratitude. Community, sharing nourishes faith, hope, trust, mutual respect and dignity, dialogue, learning to serve charity, bearing with one another patiently, communion in community. Congregation, creating an atmosphere of freedom, justice, solidarity, subsidiarity, cooperation, respecting cultural, ethnic diversity, promoting dialogue and understanding at all levels. Communion, prayer and activities, the apostolate. Growing in fraternal love, charity, inclusivity, reconciliation and healing. What experience do you have in regard to caring for our common home in your personal life, community and congregation? Personal life, being sensitive to the needs of all creation, including human beings. Making ecological choices, aligning our lives with rhythm of creation. Recognizing the presence of God in every living creature. Community, accepting Earth community as subjects and not as objects to be used. Everything in interconnected Laudato Si, trying to understand the pain of the earth. Congregational, position paper for RGS on eternal integral ecology, connecting our prayer, community and mission with the universe story. We are called to respect, care, share the wonders and resources of the earth. What initiatives have been taken by your congregation and by your country regarding human fraternity and caring for our common home, promoting respect, protection and love for creation in communities in the spirit of St. Francis of Assisi and Laudato Si, reducing the use of plastic and food waste, organic gardening, tree planting campaign at St. Joseph's Shrine with the participation of all 4 religious leaders, planting challenges you face turns out developing human fraternity and caring for our common home. Climate change, increasingly moral and ethical issues, lack of social friendship and care, the upbringing of the human family for sustainable and integral development, high inflation costs. In what ways, how can you respond to these challenges? Educate, strengthen Catholic identity of ministries and expand opportunities for ministry formation, shop wisely, seek the Holy Spirit's inspiration, encourage renewable energy, solar, actively respond to the signs of the times, synodal path, ecclesial networking for integral theology for listening, discerning, acting, encourage synodal dialogue, gracious listening and courageous speaking, volunteer cleanups in the community, Laudato Si calls for collective action, armed conflicts and political instability inflict immense human suffering and hinder development, reduce, reuse, recycle, conserve water, use electricity saving bulbs, plant a tree, taking care of Mother Earth. Thank you.
Thank you for that creative presentation and reminding us that nature is the art of God. And we invite South Korea.
Sister Mikaela Kim. After my speech, you have to turn on the video. Korea is already a multicultural society in terms of demographics, with a multi-racial and multinational population of migrant workers, refugees, and newcomers unique to the divided country, North and South Korea. Many of these people are socially and economically vulnerable and experience difficulties in integrating into Korean society. In response to these vulnerable groups, the state and the church are making various efforts to promote human fraternity. In personal life, we strive to live a life of hospitality. First of all, study documents and resources on migrants and refugees by Pope Francis. Then attend a monthly migrant mass at local parish. As a community, we promote understanding and concern for them and provide and expand ministry to multicultural immigrant people. Also, we dispatch members to migrant pastoral ministries and others, providing language education, creating jobs, supporting food relief and necessities in different countries like Myanmar, support for small NGO related to multicultural programs. In country level, it makes an effort is education and changing policies and making a law to help the vulnerable in culture and religion. About caring for our common house. In personal life, we read and study the encyclical Dr. Laudato Si and the book The Climate is Changing RB, and to basic daily practices, conservation natural resources, not using disposable products, choosing inconvenience, using them to the end, etc. In the religious community, to the ecological project, the 7-year journey to globe, each year has a special theme about ecological system. And practice ecological conversion, reflection and prayer for the restoration of God's creative order. Participating in Forest Experience program, educate people about ecological awareness, create a new vocation of ecological apostolate. Korean Church, we have a Friday Catholic Climate Action. It means every Friday for an hour, all people are picketing in the big square in Seoul. Activities to stop the discharge of contaminated water from the Fukushima nuclear. Implementation of the carbon neutrality basic law. In Korea, we did peace candlelight vigils twice for peace and the end of war. Prayer meeting, online meeting for the restoration of democracy and human rights in Myanmar and Ukraine. Taridakum street campaign we do several times. Transition school, we run transition schools for religious. It means it is the one program of JPIC. It's about education program for JPIC and its practices, changing lifestyle. And annual visit to nuclear power plants to educate people about that. Last one, challenges. We have challenges. Currently, South Korea ranks 7th in the world in total carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuel use, with the highest emission growth rate among OECD countries. And the current government is focusing on increasing the number of nuclear power plants. It's not just about the environment. Everything is connected. The industrialization of human beings centered on economic growth, convenience-oriented consumerism, and exclusive nationalism are eroding human dignity and destroying ecosystems. We need a change in consumer culture and ecological transition for a sustainable future. Through prayer, ecological education, changing lifestyle, and political action. So from now on, we prepared for a video about activities for the PIC and Taridakum in Korea. Many Korean sisters put together all activities of each congregation. Please turn on the video.
From the moment I first heard you call, Lord, I left the rest behind me. You alone became my all.
walked on many holy grounds this afternoon. So we are just going to change the program slightly. We will take a break now until 16:45. So if you can be promptly back and ready to start at 4:45. So 4:45. So if you would like to take a break now, just get a drink. I think the afternoon tea is over where we had morning tea. And if we are ready to start right away at 4:45, we will have the last 3 presentations and then move into the group discussions. So is that clear with everyone? Break now until 4:45. Thank you, and thank you for all the presentations.
We can get the break.
Group number 10 will meet in the refectory. Group number 10 in the dining room there. Group number 10.
Check. Group number 3 is on number 6, refectory dining room. 11 dining room. 6 and 11 at dining room. 1 in dining room. Where? 3? I don't know. Please, group 3, there is some sisters looking for you. Group 8 in this hall at the corner. Group 4 is in hall. 6. De ano keto mau? De na dining room. Group 5 in this mensa in the corner.
Sister Ona in the group 3. Yeah.
Okay, please. I looking for the member of group 10 for Sister Erlinda, Sister Luciana, and Sister Paula. Sister Erlinda, Sister Luciana, and Sister Paula, your members is looking for you. Thank you.
structure in responding to our theme. So we will now call upon the groups to present their very brief response to that final step. So either one word, one phrase, one sentence, or I believe there are some creative, one image coming forward. The groups are going to be called randomly. So we will begin. We will begin with group 4. So could the reporter who is feeding back to the large group from group 4, could I ask you to come forward with your response, please? And again, as we listen or watch, we can take into our own heart the message that we are hearing or seeing. And again, these messages will impact on our understanding as we move ahead in the conference. Thank you, Group 4.
Sir, please go to the meter. So that the camera will work like
Is yours verbal? Saying it?
Good evening, all participants. Thank you for the opportunity given to Group 4. Group 4 consists of Sister Stefana MMD, Sister Mary, Sister Alberta, Sister Patricia, Sister Donata, Sister Victoria, Sister Imelda, and me, myself, Sister Fernanda. After deepening in the reflection in the small group, in the discussion group, we found two keywords for our discussion. The first is being prophetic in daily lives, being prophetic in daily lives. And the second is small practical practices make differences. And the formula for the last steps, for the third steps from the method of Mother Sunu offered is becoming a modern prophet through small things that bring big impact. Local action for global impact will only happen if we start from ourselves with highly commitment for the sake of our beloved home, the earth, as our common home for us and for our next generation. Thank you. That's our from Group 4.
And our second group will be Group 12. No 12. Okay. We'll go to Group 5. Group 5, reporter.
We are Group 5. I am Johanna. I'm Sister Rajina Bisingha. Sister Teresa Siamin. Sister Rita. Sister Agustin. Sister Eva. We are called to be an instrument of promoting ecological and human fraternity based on love, unlimited love and trust. Thank you.
even though we are small in numbers, we are pilgrims of hope, journey. We are together to do God's will. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 9. And next will be Group 2. Thank you.
Thank you. Our reflection, we gathered already in short video formed by Group 2.
I'm sorry, there is something practical this week.
Caroline, never protest. I'm so sorry with that. Capabilities. Cristiano from Sisters of Compassion, New Zealand. And Sister Miska, Sisters of Heritage from Korea. I am Sister Yantiasmita, Special Sister from Indonesia. I'm Sister Michaela, Sisters of the Community from Korea. I'm Sister Caroline, member of the Sisters of Charity from Indonesia. And Sister Enrica from Indonesia. I am Sister Regina Tangrai from Indonesia. We as women of faith continue to build solidarity and connection, dialogue, collaboration, stand together in solidarity with others. Amen.
Thank you. Hopefully we will get the text for that as well so that we can read it as well as listen to it. And our next will be Group 3. So for Group 3, we have the keyword spirit of love, collaboration, embrace, care for, whom shall I send, walk together, and feel love. And this is a short that I connect all the words together. God asked us today, whom shall I send? Then we all answered, I will go, Lord. It is I, Lord. We are ready to embrace all creature, human and imperfect. Please lead us with the spirit of love. Let us walk together with compassion and love to care for our community. Do small things with great love. Thank you, Group 3. And next, Group 10. Is there a Group 10? Group 10.
From group from group 10, all of us have been touched by the reality that in every country, every religious, as an individual and as a community, has been doing many small things, good things to respond to the cry of the Mother Earth and the poor. And as the will of God, the group found we have to continue to do the small thing we are doing together, do the small thing, make it bigger, because together we can do more and achieve more. I think that's
Thank you, Group 10. And Group 6. Group 6.
Thank you. We have 2 points here. The will of God, the first one, change our mindset, and the second, when we care for the nature, nature will take care of us. Thank you.
Sorry.
When we take care, the second, when we care for the nature, nature will take care of us.
Thank you. And the first was change the mindset. Okay, group, was that group 6? Group 11. Group 11.
Okay, for group 11, as I call your name, kindly stand up for our group. Okay, Sister Angela from Indonesia. Sister Vincentia, also from Indonesia. Sister Francesca, also from Indonesia. Sister Chandra, also from Indonesia. Sister Martina from Thailand. And myself, Sister Cecilia from the Philippines. After a very good discussion, this is the will of God that we believe. And this is our statement. The spirit of commitment to change our lifestyle in response to ecology and human fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you. And group 1. Group 1.
Good afternoon. For group 1, we concluded what is the will of God for us. So God will that we unite ourselves for the common good, and then we are committed to a holistic commitment for the holistic commitment, and also for collaboration, because we cannot do it by ourselves, even with all our commitment. In the end, we need to collaborate with others. Thank you.
And group 7. Report of group 7.
Group 7. Build on the good that we have begun collaborate with one another, continue to introspect on the practices that are damaging to human fraternity and ecology.
And the final group, Group 8.
So we are eight, 7 sisters, 4 from Indonesia, 1 from Thailand, 1 from America, and I'm from Myanmar. So we symbolize our theme is tree. And according to our steps, we explain about we like all the presentations, especially for the presentation to the promote ecological movement to the education, in the education for the schools and young people, young generations. So we like very much for that presentations, like a tree, and then tree when from seed to growing up, like a weed, especially for mindful for the healing of the earth. And every step on the holy ground and growing up. So our group symbolize our esteem tree.
Thank you. Thank you for those summaries, and we have captured some of the key words that we can keep in front of us. And hopefully we can get a copy of the text from each group just to help to look at the summary for tomorrow. So I'm not sure how we can see that.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Brothers and sisters, thank you very much for the whole process. Listening to the presentation and then recollect, reflect, and find out what will be the will of God for us. Yeah. What will be the will of God for us? We can see there the collaboration always come and also together. So this word inspiration is just to catch up what's really going on in our group. This is about collaboration, about together. And through the process, actually what is the key of the process? When we did our small conversation, the key process is praying. You take 1-2 minute reflection, it's actually pray. What will be the will of God? And then also listening, appreciating, learning what I mentioned before, to find the richness of others. Because when you share and then listening, you find out that yes, this is actually echo in my heart or in my mind. That is the point. Sometimes we just able to say 1 or 2 ideas. The most big idea was presented by our friend, and that is the praise of God. That is the space of God, and that is really the richness of others. What is it? God. God is there in the process. So thank you very much for the process. We will use this actively tomorrow also. So Sister Lee, let's give you question. This is to help us listening the session, the presentation, and then we will develop that through the conversation within the group and then bring it to the family. Thank you for the process. And now from the committee will give us some announcement, please.
first is about agenda for Saturday, day 2, tomorrow. The Eucharist will be held at 6:30 in the chapel of Satikara. If you don't know the way, you can ask the committee. And the session 1, at 8 p.m., we will hear the material from the Bishop, Monsignor Adrianus Sunarko. And the session 2, at 10:30, we will hear the material from Mrs. Alisa Wahid. And in the afternoon, 2:30 p.m., sharing Tali Takum by Sister Paula. This is the first announcement. And then the second announcement, the agenda for tomorrow evening. For participants from another country, not for Indonesia, especially for sister from another country, tomorrow evening after supper, the committee give you opportunity for short traveling going to Malioboro. That is the good news for us. Malioboro is the place to buy souvenirs or something that maybe you needed to bring to your country. It is not compulsory. It is offering for you, especially for sister from another country. You can join or not, is open for you. So for it, you ask to register first and signature in the form that I have already prepared. This one. Yeah? You can come to me and then register it. Make signature here. After this. And then the last little information, the result of this presentation, you can submit it to Sister Vianney. Like that. Submit it to Sister Vianney. Clear? Yeah? How? To Sister Vianney. Sister, how to submit it?
You can write in a paper and give it to me, just keywords. The keywords from your group discussion, group sharing, you can write it in your paper and then give it to me. Or if you have my number, you can send chat to me. Thank you. Just the result, just the keywords. Just the keywords or maybe long words is okay, yeah? The result, not the process. Okay, thank you. This is for our documentary, so it can for